Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com. We try to give viewers an edge up on the casinos, and we try to cut through all the hype and all the bluster. Last night was Manny Pacquiao's victory over Ricky Hatton. And in the last 12 hours, there have been a lot of emails sent to me, as well as some buzz on my YouTube channel page, youtube.com /DWYER 70905, as well as a lot of hits on gamblersadvisory.com asking me whether I agree with Bob Arum's statement that Manny Pacquiao might be the best fighter ever, and also asking me whether I think Manny Pacquiao can beat Floyd Mayweather Jr. should the two of them meet up. Now, understand my audience, they're gamblers. I'm not trying to make friends. I'm not trying to do anything other than to give you a leg up on the casino and help you cut through the hype. Now, the fight I saw yesterday showed me that Manny Pacquiao, who we thought would win the fight, and we also told viewers we thought the fight would end by knockout. My recommendation was that better straddle the bet and pick both fighters to win by knockout. Um, my impression on the fight was that Manny Pacquiao throws two punches well. One is a straight left. Keep in mind, Manny Pacquiao is a southpaw. That's his power punch. That's how he ended the fight. And the other is a recent punch that he's developed, and that's a right hook. So, to the people who ask me whether Manny Pacquiao is the best fighter in history, who ask me whether his promoter, Bob Arum, who promoted Ali, is correct in calling Manny Pacquiao the best fighter in history, all I can say to those people is you've got to be kidding. With two punches in a sport that has had guys who throw the entire ensemble of punches effectively, going forward and backward, a guy with two punches, quite frankly, does not, in my opinion, sit atop of guys like Sugar Ray Robinson, who could knock you out going forward, going back, who had power but was also a sweet as sugar in terms of boxing skills. Manny Pacquiao isn't a Ray Leonard, who didn't hit as hard as Manny Pacquiao. But look at the films of the Ray Leonard-Hearns fight. You'll see Ray throwing combinations going forward and backward. And the combinations are blistering. Uppercuts, hooks, crosses, the whole ensemble. Nor is Manny Pacquiao, in my opinion, as good as a young Ali. We're talking about before he was exiled from boxing in the late 60s. The Ali who took out Ernie Terrell, who took out Zora Fali, quite frankly, didn't get hit in those fights. And, when Ali said he was as pretty as a girl, understand that Ali, the entire Zora Fali fight and the entire Ernie Terrell fight, probably got hit less than Manny Pacquiao got hit in yesterday's fight against Ricky Hatton. I encourage viewers, once all this hype dies down, because fights look different after you've had time to actually look at the film a few times. I encourage viewers, when they see the fight, to focus on the second round of that fight. The first round's an obvious blowout. There's no question about it. But in the second round, Ricky Hatton, who has a lot of problems, and defense is one of them, as well as telegraphing his punches, right? He cocks his punches before he throws them. Ricky Hatton actually starts backing Manny Pacquiao up a bit. And Ricky Hatton actually landed some shots and started to get into a rhythm. The fight is not as one-sided as the announcers would like for you to believe. Pacquiao, after dropping Hatton twice in the first round, and keep in mind, Pacquiao's speed is sudden speed. His power is sudden power. He did drop Marquez 3 times in the first round of their first fight. After dropping Hatton 2 times in the first round, literally goes almost the entire second round without stopping Hatton. In fact, Hatton seems to be warming up when, of course, Hatton gets hit by a straight left that knocks him out cold. Now, my point to you is simply Manny Pacquiao was getting hit by a guy who telegraphs his punches. Manny Pacquiao recently went the distance 2 fights ago with Juan Manuel Marquez, and there are many, and I am one of them, who believe that Manny Pacquiao did not deserve that decision. Also, if you look in Manny Pacquiao's past, granted his skills have improved, but he lost that first fight to Eric Morales. Let's also look deeper into his last two opponents. The way to beat a southpaw is with a straight right. He fought Oscar De La Hoya, and keep in mind, Freddie Roach had actually trained De La Hoya for De La Hoya's fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Freddie Roach knew that De La Hoya wasn't a true orthodox fighter, that De La Hoya was actually a southpaw converted into an orthodox fighter, and so De La Hoya's power punch was actually his lead left. De La Hoya didn't have a right hand to jar Manny Pacquiao. I did take De La Hoya in that fight, expecting De La Hoya to be the bigger man in the fight. De La Hoya came in weighing less than Manny Pacquiao, so what you had was a weight-drained Oscar De La Hoya who didn't have the straight right hand to offset Manny Pacquiao. And of course, Pacquiao's corner had inside knowledge because Pacquiao's trainer had been De La Hoya's trainer. Now let's look at last night's fight. Last night's fight, you had Ricky Hatton, an offensive fighter who had defensive liabilities, who just changed his trainer 2 fights ago. Ricky Hatton was also tailor-made for Manny Pacquiao. Ricky Hatton, quite frankly, isn't gifted defensively and was not ready to really deal with Pacquiao's power. I do not feel that you can base a judgment of greatness on fights against Oscar De La Hoya on his worst night, the first time he was at 147 in several years, and on Ricky Hatton, who had been knocked out by Floyd Mayweather Jr. Keep in mind, he hits the canvas twice in that fight, and who even Hatton's supporters understand isn't a defensively minded fighter. Hatton's own trainer was telling him you cannot just come straight inside. Ricky Hatton, throughout the fight, never tried to play a cat and mouse game with Manny Pacquiao. Now, that takes me to a Pacquiao-Mayweather matchup. Mayweather is the bigger man than Pacquiao. Mayweather packs the bigger punch than Manny Pacquiao. I understand Pacquiao fans are going to say, you've got to be kidding on that. My only point to you is that Manny Pacquiao's only fights north of 135 have been against Oscar De La Hoya, who clearly wasn't ready, and Ricky Hatton. Let me also point out, too, that Floyd Mayweather, the true Floyd Mayweather, is the one who completely drilled a then unbeaten Diego Corrales. If you go back and look at Floyd against people like Genaro Hernandez, you're going to see punching power that you simply don't see in a Ricky Hatton fight. Excuse me, not a Ricky Hatton fight, but a Manny Pacquiao fight. Keep in mind, Juan Manuel Marquez went the distance twice with Manny Pacquiao. I believe, and I'm running out of time here, I believe Floyd Mayweather takes Manny Pacquiao. I think it's a fight that's going to be strategically different than the Hatton fight. Rather than come straight in on Hatton, I believe, on Pacquiao, I believe Floyd is going to draw Pacquiao to him, kind of like Bernard Hopkins did with Joe Calzaghe. I'll pick this up in another video. I'm out of time here, but I'm leaning toward Mayweather against Pacquiao. Good luck. Protect yourself at all times. Visit us at Gambler.